Good day guys, come here, welcome back to Langrisser M News from the future. So on part 2 of this video, featuring the second heroine paving the way to the road of 7.0 is the elder sister of Ilia, Ilia. So before I carry on, just to share with you guys, okay, a great thanks to information shared and provided by the Langrisser mobile app, Monghuamoizhen and as usual, the video was split into 3 parts. The first part featuring some voice pack background stories and art appreciation of the characters. Part 2 we go into the real game where we talk about the faction, talent and skills and 3C for the characters. Last but not least, we'll end with the pros and cons of the characters that has been tested out by some pro players, and we will end off with the characters item build. So are you guys ready? Let's get started. So first off, this art appreciation. So yep. So this is the elder sister. I gotta say the characters from Millennium, the way they wear their costume is kind of weird. I mean, how are you gonna protect yourself if you wear like this? Or maybe the theory is true in the RPG stories, the lesser the ladies wear, the stronger their defense are. So right, this is Ilia. She was voiced by none other than one of my favorite seiyuu. Her name is known as Yoko Hikasa. And she has voiced some of the recent years some popular anime. On the left is one of the side characters from Summertime Render. Then the other one is one of the leading characters, Akiyama Mio from the K-On! Anime series, and both of which I had not watched. I know Yoko Hikasa or Hikasa Yoko-san based on 2 shows or 2 anime I like a lot is High School DxD. She voiced as the female leading characters Rias Gorimori, and the other one is Infinity Stratos Shinono Hoki. And enough said. So relationship, so she is the elder sister of Ilia. So some explanation is written here. It states, being one of the twin Miko from the Jigura village, Ilia, in comparison to Ilia, their behavior, the way they act and behave are of the opposite. However, both of them don't on the same fate or destiny, that is to protect the artifact or the treasure known as the last or final weapon that has previously used to destroy this place known as Sukudan. Then the relationship with the male protagonist Shion. So okay, it's the same as Ilia. So on the journey to search for the stolen artifact, Ilia and Ilia met and seek help from Shion and Co. And they went on the journey to seek back the treasure. And on the experience and stuff they accumulate on, the feelings of Ilia towards Shion grow stronger by the day. The usual stuff. And there's a chibi art drawn by Mao Xiaotu Liana, Granda Curry of Ilia. So some background description of a character. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lines. So the first line says, a wise one who seek or thirsts for peace and justice. Sorry, fairness and justice. The second line states, a Miko who has absolute sense of spiritualness. And third, onward, that's talking about themselves. So living in the village Jigulada, the elder sister of the twin Miko, she has the calmness appearance that mismatch of person of her age. And in order for the world that she foresaw, she stepped on a long journey to witness the miracle of fate. Oh, sorry, the last line is step on a long journey to witness the thrills of fate. Yep. Then again, spoilers in the story. So in the game, either Ilia or Alia, one of them, it's... Okay, are you guys ready? If you don't hear this, skip for the next 10 seconds. So yep, Ilia or Alia, one of them is gonna be your love interest, and one of them will be sacrificed to become a holy tree in the game. So yep. And alright, that's it of part 1. We'll now be going on to part 2. Here we go. Oh gosh, whoops, I forget. One last thing is to hear the voice pack, so here you go.
真摯な眼差し、たくましい体。あ、指揮官。私の霊力が直感的にあなたを正義のパートナーとして認識しているの。その私と一緒に旅をしてくれる。
So alright, let's hear it one more time before you go to part 2. Here we go.
真摯な眼差し、たくましい体。あ、指揮官。私の霊力が直感的にあなたを正義のパートナーとして認識しているの。その私と一緒に旅をしてくれる。
And now we'll be going to part 2. Alright, welcome back to part 2, and surprise, 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 apparently Ilia, well, despite what I usually suggest, the ALE characters and R, she's a character of I, and yet this is the second almost tier 0 characters after the release of Empress Enya, and you guys will find out more in the description of the skills and also during the actual demo play. So alright. Ilia has 3 factions: Glory of Light, Princess, and Origin. Her talent as follows at rank 6 is known as the Justice Miko or the Justice Priestess. The effects are as follows. Number 1, increase damage deal by 30%. Number 2, when you enter, you can summon at your positions a Justice Angel, and we'll be calling the Justice Angel JA in short. So JA has the following effect. First, allies who stand 3 blocks around the JA will recover HP based on the caster intelligence times 2 after entering battle. Second, if there is already an JA on the field, you can choose to summon it to the positions your Ilia currently stands on, and upon using these summoning skills, you will enter a CD of 2 turns upon using the effect. And this CD skills is only referred to summoning the JA to the position where Ilia stands. Then Justice Angel will have its own effect too. So Justice Angel effect, number one, the AoE range within are treated as the skill maximum range. Number two, the range skills will attack together with your skill. Number three, if Ilia enters within one ring or circle the range of JA, she will obtain one layer of spiritual energy perception. And in this case, we'll call it SEP in short. So spiritual energy perception has the following effect. First, it will increase the range of JA by +2. Second, it will increase Ilia's intelligence by 5%. Number three, it will reduce the damage skill CD by 1 turn. So fourth, this effect can be stacked to a max of 5 layers and it cannot be dispelled. So just on text alone, you guys might not be able to visualize how far the range can provide it and if Justice Angel can be killed. So we're gonna do a little bit of explanation before we carry on to exclusive skills. So the whole gimmick for Ilia runs around her Justice Angel because the maximum the Justice Angel range can increase in terms of PvP matches is 13 blocks. 13 blocks, and that means she can hit almost 100% of the field at the start of second turn. So this is how strong she is. And not to mention, every time you end near the ring, you gain the layer, and each layer will provide a +2 range, then also increase her intelligence, then also reduce her damage skills by 1 turn, so she can refresh her skills at a high speed, and not to mention she can attack at a very far place. Then as you can see, this effect can be stacked up to 5 layers. This means she can gain a +10 straight away. This is not straight away, but that's at the end of the game. So she's definitely a great plus for both PvE and PvE. Okay, moving on to exclusive skills. Okay, this is exclusive skill 1. It is roughly translated as Evil Dispelling Determinations. It's a 2C skill, has a CD of 4 turns. The range is global. The AoE type is Magical Fly 5 blocks. So yep, apparently that's what they written. The range is global. So you have both passive and active skills. So for passive, number 1, when you have 2 or more layers of SEP effect, enemies who move within the range of JA will consume an extra 1 more mobility. So this is the only passive effect, and it's very strong because once you summon your Justice Angel JA, once you have accumulated up to 2 stack of SAP, if your enemy tries to come and attack you, they will need to consume 2 mobility for 1 step. And this time around, this effect is even more generic because it affects any class type. During the 6.0, pre-6.0 era, it is always affecting non-flyer type. Most of it are affecting more non-flyer type, and they can't move. But this time around, this is just generic. Any type, flyer or not, they will need to consume 1 extra mobility. Then the active skills. Active skills are as follow. Number 1, cast on yourself or JA. Number 2, deal 0.3 times AoE damage to enemies 5 blocks in range. Number 3, after damage, cause teleportation effect. These skills will teleport enemies 3 blocks away from Ilia or Justice Angel, JA. Okay, so overall these are very strong skills, and again these are towards the 7.0 version now. A lot of older version heroes, especially tanks, like from Hilda onward, a lot of heroes has prevention from position shifting effects, but this time around this is teleportation skills. So until any new characters with new effect or new items release, this is a very OP skills because it teleports your enemies away. This means that in PvP, there's a chance that towards the end of the game, Ilia can teleport the enemies into the dead zone, the burning terrain area, and if they're trapped there, they can't move out, they'll be burned to death. So this is how great these skills can be, and not to mention this is just a 2C skills. And the CD can be refreshed very quickly with the as long as she stays within the Justice Angel. Okay, so moving on to exclusive skill 2, the Glory of Justice is a 1C skill, has a CD of 4 turn. The range is 3 blocks. The AoE type is support single target or single target support. The effect are as follow. Number 1, cast on an ally unit. My apologies, let me repeat again. Number 1, cast on an unit and let it gain a layer of Brilliant Blessing, and we'll be calling it BB for short. So Brilliant Blessing has the following effect. Let a person you cast on gain the following effect. They will be immune to the next debuff effect you receive. Second, for each layer of SEP you have, you can increase the layer of Brilliant Blessing gain. It can be stacked and max up to 5 layers, and it cannot be dispelled. Fourth, after using these skills, the buff count you had will not be reduced, and you can move 2 blocks and attack again. So this is a very great skills because it's a act again skills. Then you can use these skills to cast on a unit. Though just to clarify for you guys, the text here written is just cast on a unit. They didn't say it must be an ally or enemies. Of course, this is a skill we'll be using on our allies only. However, who knows, in future we might have some weird combo. But yep, that's the effect. So for each stack of BB you had, you will be immune to the next debuff you receive. So you can gain up to 5. This is quite similar to Rosenseal's crystal protections effect, crystal barrier. So this means that with this 1C skills, you'll be able to summon the Justice Angel on the first turn, and then you end turn again, you should be able to gain 2 stacks of SCP buff effect, and this means you will increase your range and also to affect the enemy's mobility. We'll find out more during the third part or during the demo play. Let's see if on the third part of video there will be more descriptions or result that the pro players has found out. Okay, last but not least is the 3C. Okay, it is roughly translated as Archangel's Glory. It has a CD of 3 turns, the range of 2 blocks. The AoE type is magical single target. It has both passive and active effect. So we're going on the passive first. Number 1, increase the magic defense of allies who stand 2 blocks around Justice Angel. Number 2, upon receiving a death blow, the following will happen. First, you will survive and recover 30% of your HP. Second, remove your Justice Angel and all layers of SEP buff you had. 3, this effect can only happen once per battle. Okay, so not too bad. She has a revival skills, though it's not 50% HP, but 30% is not too shabby. If not, she is definitely too OP. The downside is upon reviving, her Justice Angel and all the layers of SEP she had will be gone. I'm not sure if we can summon the Justice Angel again. Try to find out more. Okay, the active skills part. Active skills are as follows. Number 1, attack and deal 1.6 times damage to target enemies. Number 2, if you successfully destroy the target, you will obtain 1 layer of SAP. Number 3, after using skills and end turn, you will let all allies who stand 2 blocks within the Justice Angel range to gain 2 layers of Brilliance Blessing. So Brilliance Blessing effect again is immune to next debuff effect and can be stacked up to 5 layers and cannot be dispelled. So this is the effect. So the 3C is not too shabby, has revival skills, then it's 1.6 times, and if you destroy the target while you have allies standing around the Justice Angel, those allies will benefit from gaining 2 layers of or 2 stacks of Brilliant Blessing, which means they will be immune to the incoming 2 debuff effect. So this is pretty cool. She can be a hardcore damage attacker and also a semi healer and protector. So alright, we have come to the end of part 2. Now we'll be going on to part 3, where we'll find out more pros and cons about her and how her skills and gimmick work. Here we go. So right, we are now at part 3, aka the last part. Before we carry on, a very great thanks to information shared and provided by the Langrisser Data Bank, 梦幻网站资料库. And we'll be finding out more pros and cons and also about the casting, etc. for the characters. Let's go. Alright, first thing, the bond. Regarding bonds that most of you would love to know. So this time out again is very easy. So she only need 1% to unlock her bond, which is for the defense bond. So if you are players doing PvE, you do not have the defense bond, it is alright too, and it's not that troublesome. You only need her younger sister Ilia to help clear her Gate of Fate, the second last Gate of Fate, and this will unlock her defense bond. As for the power bond, all you need to do is just to go to her God Luck Holy Maiden class, and that's all. Basically, well, you just complete one of her skill class. That's all. And these are the items that you need for your level 1 to 10 casting. Then we will now have a look on the stats, which one is better given for her 2 class. So the first one is the God Luck Holy Maiden, which is a holy class. The second one is the Miko, or Priestess, is a mage. So overall, the holy class fares better. It has higher HP, higher defense, and higher skills, so you can have a little bit of higher chance to crit enemies. The downside is she has lesser magic defense points, so then alright, the level 4 to level 7 Big Heart Bond skills effect provided. So the first one is her Holy class. At level 4, when your HP is at 100%, the damage you receive will be reduced by 10%. For the level 7, if you initiate attack enemies whose HP value is higher than your unit, when you go into battle, you increase your damage dealt by 10%. So there's a little bit of downside because you need to attack enemies whose HP is higher than you. This means you got to take a little bit of damage. Okay, number 2, for the mage class, at level 4, when your HP is lower than 70%, when you go into battle, damage you receive will be reduced by 10%. So this one is need to go into battle. Okay, then at level 7, if this unit has 5 or more buff effect, when you go into battle, the damage you do will be increased by 7%. So okay, so far I guess the Holy Bond looks better. Or should I say the level 4 effect is good for the Holy class, whereas the level 7 is good for the Mage class, because all you need to do is have 5 buff and above, and as of the current meta, it is not that hard. Okay, so now we'll be talking a little bit about the talent, ability, and effects of how it works, or some pros and cons about it. So as stated, Ilia's talent has high damage increment effect, and combining with her other skills like the SEP, spiritual energy perceptions effect, you increase her intelligence base. So overall, her offensive power is still, well, quite nice or quite strong. Then for her gimmick, the main gimmick or the strong point about Ilia is to be able to summon this JA, Justice Angel. So things to note, Justice Angel is not a summon, it's not a terrain, nor can it be stacked up or override, and it cannot be controlled. Then Justice Angel by itself has a command aura effect that is similar to Tiari's talent. It can cause allies that in range to go into battle to recover their HP. Then for every 2 turns, Ilia will be able to adjust the positions of the Justice Angel, aka summon it to her positions. So this is how the gimmick works. Then talking about the range, so upon summoning the Justice Angel, Justice Angel range is 3 blocks, and this 3 blocks is treated as the maximum skill range that Ilia can hit. So this is very similar to the Owl Emperor, the younger brother of Grand Shu, where he can summon the owl to the location, and the Frost Owl is treated as the furthest range you can hit. So this is a very similar gimmick, except that unlike the Frost Owl, the Justice Angel will not be does not have turn span. It doesn't have a lifespan. It won't disappear after certain turns. It will just be there. And then if Ilia ends turn 1 ring or circle around the Justice Angel, she can obtain, so it's a double benefit for both her and the angel. They will gain the spiritual energy perception SEP and increase the range of the angel by 2 blocks for each stack. Then for 6-star Ilias, the max stack is 5 layers. So as you guys may be able to see here, a fully max stack angel will have its range expand to 13 blocks. Then this is how it looks like. So they're using a PvE match, but as you can see, this range is freaking holy moly. Yup, that is a lot. And this is a range from the angel. If you guys can notice, there is a golden border line at the end of the square range. So that is the aura emitted from the angel, not from Ilia. So you definitely got to equip with the exclusive skill 1, the evil dispelling determination, because this is the one that will help affect your Justice Angel. And it also help teleport the enemies away from you, so you increase your survivability. Okay, next is the stacking of the SEP buff effect. For each layer or each stack you gain will increase 5% intelligence for Ilia. So this means a maximum of 25%. So she has 30% damage increment and to a max of 25% intelligence. Not to mention, this is a unique buff effect. So this can be stacked with other intelligence increasing effect. They can be stacked, they won't be override. And then second is, for each stack of layer you had, you will enjoy a -1 CD for your skills. This means the maximum you cast like skills like Heaven Sanctuary, which is 5 turns at max stat. Basically you just refresh these skills every turn. How scary for the opponent it is, and how cool it is for you. And the great thing is you do not have to stack up to 5 stacks. All you need to do is 3 stacks, because exclusive skill 1 and 3, the CD is around 3 turns, 3 to 4 turns. So you, if you provided stack up with your Act Again effect, they will be refreshed very fast. Yep, and it wash all your skills. This means that including your Act Again. Let me double confirm. Yep, it just says, oh, but it says reduce damage skills by CD by 1 turn, so it should not be affecting the Act Again, but only the damage skills. However, here is written quite the opposite. We will find out more during the actual demo play. Yep, the talent says reduce damage skills CD by 1 turn for each stack. So I guess this is a misinterpretation. So Glory of Justice, the exclusive skills too, is just an Act Again, so it does not deal damage, so it cannot be reduced. And the rest is talking about the skills that she brings. But don't worry, we'll find out more during the actual play. Then regarding her 3C skills, the passive effect will allow the angel to provide the defensive increment for allies 2 blocks around it by 15%, and provide revive effect for Ilia. Then as for the damage, after using the skills and after you end turn, you need to apply 2 stacks or layers of protection, the Brilliance Blessing, which is, as they said here, similar to Rose and Seal's crystal barrier protections. So each layer will be able to block off 1 debuff effect. Then if you manage to use this skill to kill off 1 enemy, you'll gain 1 stack additional 1 stack of SAP. Okay, the rest just talking about how she can act again and do higher range effects, so we'll skip this part. Then regarding the exclusive skill 1, the evil dispelling determinations, it says okay, it's considered a debuff command aura effect. Then when she has her SEP at 2 stacks or above, enemies within the range of Angel, each time they move, they will have -1 movement or mobility. So I'm not sure that every block they move is 2 times or it's just a 1 time, like if your hero move 5 blocks, you can only move 4. Okay, then next is talking about the range and also how you can combo. So comboing or using an Act Again effect from exclusive skill 2, Glory of Justice. Yep, like what I said early on, so you, at the first turn you cast Act Again, then you summon an angel, and then you end turn within the range of an angel, you will straight away gain 2 layers of SEP buff effect, and you also increase your angel attack range to 7 blocks within the first turn. At the same time, you will reduce enemies' mobility reduction effect. Okay, so this is a range you will be able to cast on the first turn. So they show you if you're standing on this position at PvE at the start, you summon the angel in front of you, and then you end turn. So you will be able to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 blocks. So not to mention, if enemies try to want to come over, whether it's an assassin to try to one-shot you, they will not be able to do that easily because you have that command aura that will reduce their mobility within the cast range of the angel. Then regarding the exclusive skill 1, the evil dispelling determination of causing enemies to teleport 3 blocks away from Ilia or the Justice Angel, this is the following they provide. Let's see if there's any more descriptions. Okay, so it says the teleportation's directions is depend on the target and Ilia's position. So we will be treating as teleport away from Ilia instead. So this is how, if you are standing on these positions, how the enemies will be teleport away, and if you are casting on that direction. I'm very bad at this, I'm sorry about it. So alright, we have come to the end, the rest talking about her build, and instead of telling you by text, I'll be going through these pictures. So watch to the end for the translation I've done for you guys. And suggested enchantment will be Full Moon or Breeze. And she has great points for both PvE and PvP. That's a max 5 star, so same as Enya, she is a tier 0 hero. Enya main plus is she's able to clone your unit or clone enemies unit, whereas Ilia main plus is the Justice Angel range, as the range at the start on first turn. Once you summon it, you already gain an advantage of 7 blocks attack range, and also mobility reduction for the enemies. And well, what can you ask for? Is very strong, and a great combo with her is with Serika. So Serika can watch her skill CD, and she can cast Act again on the next turn, and then, you know, summon the angel to the middle of the area and to dominate the whole field as she Act again and retreat, and then she can just attack all the enemies within range. Then item build suggested all here. So we have come to the end. So okay, at the end there will be translation. So what do you guys think? If she's very good, normal, or bad, leave it down in the comment section below. We'll see you guys on next part of video featuring the demo play of Ilia and Ilia. This is Kami. Thank you guys for watching, and goodbye.